Morning guys, I think it's about 6:30 a.m. here in the UK, so I just thought I'd quickly show you what we've done so far. We've gone through the beginning stages of priming our base coating the original colour on top of the tank. We then put our camouflage pattern on. We then went all over and did all our base coats, all the stuff that we needed to put on. Once that was done, we then started doing things like putting the decals on and doing all the battle damage. And battle damage consists of scratching the tank up, making it look worn and used and stuff like that. So what we'll do is we'll just take a few seconds just to look at them, and we'll discuss what we've done with them. So if I'm just focusing on that. So obviously this is our lead tank. So we put all the Asian, the battle damage, the chip paint all over it, which I always love doing. We've also put on the decals, so this is tank 1, unit, I think it's unit 21, and then there's its registration number on the side. We painted up the banner. You're going to notice that this is a bit bright at the moment here, but that's because we've got to weather that down, so when we come to do the powders, that'll change considerably. And we've also given all three of these tanks, after we've put our base coat of bolt gun metal down, we've put a mix of 50% batter black and 50% Devlin mud. So that's one of the tanks. Then we've got this guy, which is tank 3. And you'll notice once you put the Devlin mud on, it washes the camouflage down. It's a lot duller now, which is what we want. So we've gone around where the barrel is, if you can see there. We've used originally, like I said, you put down your bolt gun metal first for your scratches, and then afterwards, once you've done your wash, I always go back with chainmail silver and highlight the over the top of the bolt gun metal. Sorry, it's really early here and my brain's still dead. So there you go, there's tank 2. Obviously I've not done too much around there because I'm still waiting for those parts to arrive. So I'll have to paint those up and match them into this. But at least I'm getting my main base coats down and the main part of the tank done. You'll notice all the guns aren't in there either because I'm painting those separately, and they're going afterwards. Okay, so now what we're going to concentrate on is the mud effects. So what I don't want to do is just fill up the tracks full of mud so it's all wrapped all over the side and completely used and abused. What I'm going to do is I'm going to still see some of the tracks. So I'll remove the turret for this. I'll put a mixture of probably a little bit of PVA, sorry about that, a little bit of PVA into my weathering powders and some water, and then we'll paste that into it and then we'll wipe it away. So I'll come back after we've done that, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, bye bye. Hi guys, so we've done all that step by step. I've shown you how to go through it all by putting your base coats on, your camouflage pattern, decals, we've done the battle damage, and now we've added our mud. So what I normally do is at the moment I'm using a lot of 4-12 stuff, so I've used 4-12 dry mud, and I've mixed a PVA and a little bit of water with the powdered weathering paint, mixed that up, and then coated it on the tracks. Then what I do is I get the powder and I tack off along the top, and that's just basically taking a brush, putting it into your powders and then just dabbling it over the top of the tracks. And what I wanted to do was build up muddy areas where it's built up on the tank. So because you've got to imagine, these are on the battlefield, there's debris flying about all over the place, so it's going to land all over the tanks. The tracks are going to spit up a load of mud as well. They're going to get weathered, they're going to be heavily coated and crap and stuff like that. So this is what I've done. So if we just have a quick look at some of the tanks. So we've built up using the weathering powders. These need to be varnished next. This one's still quite wet, unfortunately. The trouble is I can't spray anything because it's raining outside. I tend to do all the varnish spraying outside because otherwise it just stinks up your house. And then we've got this guy here. And also I've looked at where they would climb up into the tank and where the mud would be building up. So where we've got things like little handles, also you can use those to climb up on the sides. And we're going to build up like mud and dirt around those edges. Now, when I spray this, it will knock back some of the powders. And when I mean spray it, I mean I'll spray it with a varnish, and it will knock back some of the powders on it, which will again unify all the colour as well, and it will just tone it back a bit. And what you will find is where it sometimes you get a chemical reaction with the weathering powders. So that actually can be a benefit, because it not only does it seal it in, it also gives it like a drier look, and you'll have sort of dark and light areas, so that works out quite well. So the last things left to do also on this are paint up the lights, finish off these guns that go in, and then we've just got to do the little lenses along the side of the hatches, and just a little bit of detail in here and there. Now what I'll probably do is next weekend I'll probably work out how to do netting and stuff on these, and add some extra stowage here and there if I can manage to convince a few of my friends to give some of their stuff up, and add that along the tank just to jazz them up a bit. But so far I'm quite happy with it. So now I've just got to let this dry. It will be varnished as soon as the weather sort of tones down a bit outside, and then we can get on with it. So I hope this has helped. We'll see the finished pieces next week, and I'll catch you later on. Bye.